we teach them a march and they learn it like this, they're never gonna fix that. They're gonna be 12 and doing that. Okay, so we wanna get it into the muscle memory right now, what it feels like to do a proper march in a proper retiré position. So I have these, I'm gonna put them down because I'm gonna show you just on the spot. First, we talk about our retiré position, and I do that. I'll go on an angle so you can see me. We hold hands in a circle. I love a circle. It creates connectivity, and the kids feel, everyone feels included. We talk about wearing a high-heeled shoe, right? I really like that analogy because it's a great way for them to picture having the ball of the foot flat and the heel pressed up. So we start in parallel. I like to get out my magic glue, put it in my hand, pop it in my pocket, and then I rub the glue in. We get all the kids to do that. We check and see if it's sticky. They like noises, whatever weird noise you want to make. And then I tell them, now I want you to glue your legs, put it in the inside of your legs and glue them together. All right, they're stuck together. And then we tell them that their puppet string is gonna pull them up. And then my other favorite thing is because they'll stand up tall and this will happen, I say, let's plug our shoulders in like a seatbelt buckle. So plug your shoulders down, plug them in so that you're nice and tall. Puppet string pulls you up and your shoulders are plugged in like a seatbelt. So then we hold hands in this tall position. I say, please put on your high-heeled shoe on your right foot. They pop their heel. And then I say, now I want you to lift your foot a little bit and let your high-heeled shoe slip off your foot because your toe is looking at the floor. So they pull up. There they are in that nice pointed position. And then I'm gonna say, now your big toe is gonna draw a line all the way up to your knee, and you don't need to fall because your puppet string is pulling you up nice and tall, and your shoulders are plugged in. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and come down. Let's try the other foot. So put on your high-heeled shoe, standing nice and tall, shoulders plugged in, puppet string pulling us up, and then we're gonna let our shoe slip off our foot by pointing our toe. Very good. Now we're gonna slide our foot up to our knee and hold the big toes drawing a line, squeeze your muscles, stand tall, hold, 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 and come back down. Good, and then I'm gonna go around in the circle with my assistant if I have one, and I'm gonna get them, I always crouch down and I say balance on my head, so they think that's funny. They put their hands on my head. Then I take their little foot and I bring it up so that I use my hand to physically bring it into retiré. I press it down. I say, do you feel that in the front of your ankle? Because in the front of your ankle, we can feel when that's engaged. When they say yes, I say, great. Always check if you can feel that in the front of your ankle. The other tip is that I tell them, the higher the knee in front, lift your knee up, because that gives a high retiré. Otherwise, you'll have a draggy foot in the back, which is really hard to point. It's easier to feel the point when the knee's up. Once we've mastered that, I like to take my circle marker.